YouTube, it's your boy Gifted by God Ministries, back here with another video, man. We in a new timeline, in a new season, and I just gotta come back here with a new video, some new content for the channel, man, as I do this walk, as I do my morning walks, man, trying to get in shape. But yeah, man, on this topic today, we're gonna be talking about the spiritual warfare that has increased in the world, man. And I'm probably gonna be all over the place on this topic, but you know, just key in, just listen and tune in to what I gotta say, man. So, man, we're in the big 2026, and as we're entering this new world order that's been placed over society, man, it's just been a lot going on, dog. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I know everyone, like, they're starting to wake up. You know, there's a lot of Christ consciousness that's going on in the earth, and it's a lot going on right now. And we just gotta keep our head up and just stay prayed up at all times, man, because you never know what's going on, man. You never know what's going on. It's always something going on, you know, spiritually and definitely physically. So you just gotta stay prayed up and just stay, you know, stay watchful, man, because like I said, we in the big 2026, and as we continue to, you know, in the Bible or the scripture, it says we are in our last days. You will see the signs, you will see the prophecies be carried out upon this world. And every day, if you pay attention to the news, you pay attention to society, you pay attention to the energy that is on this earth, that is on this planet, you know, it's been very demonic. It's been very negative, man. And I can't speak, you know, for everybody. You know, we do what we can, we make the most out of it. But for the most part, there's a lot of stuff that we can't control, right? And there's a lot of evilness and wickedness that's been going on in society, in the world. And it's the new norm. It's the new cool. It's the new trend to be backdoor, to be slimy, to be cutthroat, to be wicked, to be evil, to be devious. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's not cool at all. So, you know, we just got to pick a side. You know, right now in 2026, the sides are being revealed. You have the dark, the evil, and you have the good, the righteous, the light. Okay? And so right now, we're in the testing tribulation period where the Most High God, He is separating those cold heart and lukewarm people from the righteous. There's no more people that can play in the middle. There's no more people that can have 2 feet in. There's no more people that can play both sides. They're being exposed. You'll see in your family, in your friends, at your job, in your places of business, people are being exposed. 2026 is the year of exposement, right? And it's also the year of divine alignment, okay? Now, I thought 2024 and 2025 was the year of exposement, and it sort of was, but 2026 with the Epstein files and all the distractions that's been going on with the government and the media and the truth, that is really like the exposement right now, because these people, these democracies, these societies, these evil demonic empires, they're all being corrupted and exposed now with these government agencies, and they're all gonna fall. They know that they're gonna fall. That's why they're preparing right now. That's why the matrix is falling, the economy is falling, everything is falling right now, because they know that their time is up. So they have to tell you the truth. That's part of their playbook, is they have to tell the people the truth. You know, it's up to the people to play on what's going on, man. But basically, in the year of the 2026, it's the year of exposement. So right now, everything is being judged and it's being exposed, okay? Truth, lies, evil, good, it's all being exposed. It's all being foretold as it's carrying out to the prophecies that are in the Bible. So we are literally in the last days, y'all. We have been in the last days since 2020, but we are really at the end of the last days, dog. And these are just some beautiful times to be living in. It's a great time to be alive, because, like, yes, you know, it is wicked, it is evil, you know, life is not what it used to be, you know, 10, 20 years ago. But what I will say is, it's a time to be alive, because if you're alive and you made it through all the spiritual warfare and all the spiritual attacks, you are divinely blessed. You are divinely and spiritually protected by the Most High God and all of the angels and the universe and the cosmos, because right now we're right at the end of the 6,000 plus year curse that Adam and Eve started and that has been on this planet, right? So we are in the end of the chapter of Satan and the devil. Satan's demise is going to happen any day, any time, okay? The Most High God, whoever you follow, whoever you call him by, he will return soon, sooner than later. He will return soon. And it says in the Bible scriptures, he's like a thief in the night. You don't know the time, nor the hour, nor the place he will return, okay? So that's why I advise everyone to get right with God. Be in alignment, be ready, be spiritually protected, be prayed up, be fasting, be in the perfect balance, have your chakras right, be in meditation, okay? Because we don't know when the time that the Most High God will return. And if you're not spiritually right, or physically right, or mentally right, or emotionally right, if you're not detached from this matrix of this stuff, if you're not detached from that stuff, you're gonna get caught up with the matrix, okay? You don't want to get caught up with the matrix. So you have to detach yourself from everything. You have to detach yourself from family that are not good from you. You know, whoever's not on your spiritual team, whoever's not spiritually on accordance with you, whoever's not equally yoked with you, they gotta go. They gotta go, because you have to be in divine alignment when the Most High God returns, okay? But we'll get into that to a little bit. What I do want to say is, y'all, basically, man, what's been going on is we're in the year of exposement. So everything's been getting exposed. And right now, the truth, like I said, these are the best times to live, because, you know, all of our ancestors and family that came before us, they're also being exposed, but they're also seeing the lies that were told to them that they fed to their family and their generations, right? So this generation, the new generation, yes, the new generation is lost. I'm not the new generation. I'm like the generation maybe one or two before the new generation, before millennials and X's and all that. But basically, bruh, everybody, doesn't matter what generation you are, everybody is seeing the truth. There's a Christ consciousness that has shifted on this earth, and I felt it in my spirit. It has shifted within the last year, if not before. Everybody after 2021 has been slowly waking up to the illusion. The veil has been thinning, and everyone is starting to see clearly what is going on, what this world has been about, and how it has been broken and corrupted this whole time. And we struggle so much to try to make a life out of it and to try to take this shit serious, but there's nothing serious about this besides the spiritual aspects of the spiritual warfare attacks that we fight every day, knowingly and unknowingly, okay? I make this video, y'all, because I'm trying to warn the people of what's to come and what's been going on, right? Like I said, the spiritual warfare has been increasing. The judgment on the planet has been increasing as we continue to fulfill these Bible prophecies. You're seeing almost every Bible prophecy being carried out in real time. And everybody's just ignoring it. Everybody's distracted. Everybody's focused on the wrong thing. And everybody's playing into the enemy's hand. Not everybody, but the majority of people that are still asleep, the NPCs, the people who are stuck with the matrix, your family, your friends, they're not taking anything serious. You try to go and warn them. You've been trying to tell them since 2020. They laugh at you. They humiliate you. They think that you're crazy, you know, but you're not, okay? They try to put you on medication. You're not crazy, okay? These people refuse to read the scriptures. They refuse to look at history. History repeats itself, y'all, okay? But what's different about this time, what's so great to be alive, is we're gonna see the end. We're gonna see the end. There was people who didn't live and who did not make it, who had to have several different lives just to be able to make it, and still didn't see the end. But for the people that are alive, the people that are divinely, spiritually protected by the Most High, they will endure until the end. That's what's so beautiful about life right now. No matter the ups and the downs, you're enduring to the end. You're gonna see the end. You're gonna see the Most High God return. You're gonna see the judgment that's gonna happen to the people, these demonic and evil secret governments and agencies and all of these rulers that are wicked. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be judged. They're gonna be destroyed. Okay? Our ancestors, they dreamed for this day. They dreamed for this time. They dreamed for this age. They've been waiting. We've had so much lost, spilled blood that has happened from the innocent because the wicked was out here doing shit for so long. It almost seemed like the righteous had been forsaken. It almost seemed like the righteous had lost. But that was not the case at all. It was a timing period that we had to go through so that God could prepare us and get us ready, but God could also show us what to do and what not to do, okay? And so you have to understand is everything is being exposed. Everything is crumbling before our eyes. It's the perfect time to be alive. Like Drake said, what a time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive, to see in real time that the enemy, his time is up. The devil, his time is up. His kingdom is gonna fall, and everybody tied with it, they will fall and they shall perish too. You have to speak that and proclaim that. You have to tell the devil, not today. Flee from me now, Satan. Satan, get behind me and leave and flee from me now. For I rebuke you and I destroy you and I dismantle and cancel you and rebuke you. In the name of the Most High God, I pray, I say. But you have to say these things, man. And you have to be prayed up, y'all. You have to be prayed up. You have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Because as you can hear, the devil is always prowling and always watching like a roar. He's roaming like a roaring lion, seeking to who he can devour. It says this in the scriptures, y'all. Okay? I'm so in tune, I can hear the enemy. I know when he's talking to me. I know when he's lying. I know when he's working through people, because it's a spirit that is on this planet that is demonic, and it goes through things, through people, through time, and it goes through situations. And this spirit and this spiritual warfare that we've been going through, it has increased. It has been running rampant. The spiritual warfare has been going on this whole time. For the last 6,000 years plus, the spiritual warfare has been going on. But we cared more about the physical aspect of it. Nobody really looked at the spiritual until maybe the 2000s or sometime in between that, maybe 2010 or whatever. Nobody recognized the spiritual, right? So because of this, the enemy was able to add more and more and more spiritual attacks until the chosen people, they woke up after the pandemic, after COVID happened. Everybody started waking up to the truth and start seeing what was going on. And so people started fighting back this spirit that's been on the planet. They've been rebelling against this spirit that's been on the planet. But you also have a lot of lost souls out here who are still asleep, who they've been giving in to that spirit. They've been giving in to their fleshly body temptations, okay? So it is a war every single blink of an eye. It is a war every single day. It is a war for your soul. The enemy wants your soul. The enemy wants you. The enemy wants to see you lose. The enemy wants to defeat you. And you have to stay prayed up. You have to march. You have to stay clinging on to the garments of the angels and the Most High God's wings so that you can be able to stay attached to the purpose and the plan of righteousness and the lightness. You have to walk by faith and not by sight. You have to constantly be prayed up. If you're not praying 20 times a day, you're susceptible to attacks. You have to rebuke all of that. You have to rebuke all of that. You have to pray against it, okay? Now, if you're starting out, yes, you don't have to pray 20 times a day, okay? I'm saying for the real people that's really been like going through the spiritual warfare and they see what's going on, they see through the illusions, they see what it is, they see that it's a spirit that has been running, and it's not just one spirit, it's multiple spirits that are demonic, and they've been running through people that you know, they've been running through people you don't know, they've been running through the closest ones to you. It says in the Bible, it says in the scriptures, for our enemies are always close to us, our enemies are always next to us. Always be mindful and always keep your eye on your enemies. Never let them get too far so that you always can know what they're doing. You always can see them. You always can feel them. Because you cannot trust anybody as far as you throw them. This goes for family. This goes for relationships. This goes for business. This goes for anything and everything. Okay? And so right now we are in the year of exposement. They've been exposing everything. They've been exposing these foods that y'all people continuously to eat and then want to complain about the side effects of these false and fake foods. Everything's being exposed, okay? In my opinion, y'all, I know this is getting off topic, but to be honest with you, The government has ran out of resources since 2015. I don't know if y'all remember, but in 2015, 2016, there was a few articles about how we were running out of water and we were running out of food. And then those articles just magically disappeared. They went away. Y'all don't remember that? Because they be doing these Mandela effects. There's a whole lot of shit that they be erasing in time. But I personally believe, man, that the world ran out of supplies. We ran out of water in 2015, 2016. The last 10 years, from 2016 till now, they've been basically bringing in the water that we drink, the food that we eat. It's not real. And if it is, it has maybe 10% of scraps from whatever they collected. The other 90% of it is genetically modified, GMO, or it's totally fake, or it's printed, 3D printed, or it's human flesh. So America has literally been, cannibalism. And right now I'm talking about the spiritual warfare that's going all over the world, but especially for America. I'm in America, y'all, and America is basically pretty much Babylon. America's Babylon, and America's gonna fall. America's falling right before our eyes. And so what a time to be alive, to see Babylonian people, their empire fall and be destroyed and canceled and dismantled and rebuked. What a beautiful time to see this happening in real life. Okay, because we all are universe people living in bodies that are just having a human experience. Okay, so this has already happened before, but it happened years ago. And we weren't told the truth then. Now the truth is coming out because the Most High God is soon to return. So the truth has to come out. But it's up for y'all to pay attention and to take heed to the truth of what's really going on. So this is why you have to be stocked up. You have to prepare. Stop focusing so much on trying to make a living. Yes, that's our second main focus. Yes, we have to make a living. Yes, we got to provide. Yes, we got to survive. Of course. But don't focus so much on all of that. Don't put your energy into all of that. Put your energy into stocking up, preparing for the grid to fall, preparing for the end of the world to come, because it's already here. They've already been doing these tests. If you're in Texas, man, like I am, they had that snowstorm back in January. They wanted that snowstorm to be bigger than what it was. If you pay attention to 2021, the snowstorm was real bad, but it wasn't as bad as this year, but it was still bad in some places, okay? So that's the first sign right there that they're making this fake weather. They're making all of this fake stuff, and they're trying to test these different states and these different parts of the world to see how many catastrophic events that they can cause. Not only are they poisoning us through the food, through the water, through everything that we do, through the air, don't even get me started on the air, but they've also been doing this shit spiritually, y'all, okay? Because in that food and that water, you have parasites. Parasites are the little demonic little babies. That's what parasites are. So once the human flesh, once the body gets enough of those, guess what? It starts to injure the body. After it injures the body, then what happens? Well, once it injures the body and you're not fasting, you're not repairing the body, then you're susceptible to possibly being spiritually taken over or spiritually weak. And if you're not prayed up, if you're not fasting, if you're not detoxing from heavy chemicals and heavy metals and parasites, then it doesn't matter how spiritual you are. You got a hole in your armor. We got to stay prayed up, and we got to continue to wear the full armor and the admission of a sound mind of the Most High God at all times. You have to stay prayed up. And so I just have to tell y'all, man, stay prayed up, stay watchful. Yeah, man, that's what you got to do. And that's why you just got to stay righteous. Just keep your head up. Continue to walk by faith and not by sight. Continue to stand in the light and do what is right. And always keep your prayers up high. Always keep your head up high and stay watchful. Stay aware, man. Don't trust nobody. Don't trust nobody but the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you just got to do. But yeah, man, this was just a little quick message for y'all to receive. I hope y'all receive it. I hope y'all believe it. And I hope y'all practice and carry out this plan and this message. Stay blessed and stay chosen. Stay righteous. Yeah, we out.